audience, what do you see as a superhero?
Batman.
Superman.
That is what many people think of when asked the same question, but not me. I remember even when I was a kid, my classmates thought I was weird just because I didn't see these superhero movies and I never talked about them. They thought I didn't like them for their bravery or anything. The problem is, it's not that I didn't like Batman or Superman. It's that I had my own superheroes. I do believe in superheroes, but not them. My heroes were Martha Monroe, my parents, who may not be as strong as Superman or as fast as Flash, but with everything they have gone through, I see them braver than any other superhero. For this speech, I want to tell the audience how my parents have helped me throughout my life and how they changed their lifestyle to help their children survive. I will also talk about other groups of people who my parents continuously help. Now that you know who my superheroes are, I want to tell you why I feel that way. So, for the history of my parents, both of my parents were born in a small poor town in Michoacan, Mexico. To make matters worse, my grandparents had many children. So my dad's side had 6 boys and 1 girl, and my mom's side had 6 girls and 1 boy. And this made it difficult for my grandparents to be financially stable. So it was common for both my mom and my dad to start working at such an early age. They also met at an early age, and they both got married before age 20. And after they had both of my older sisters, they migrated to the United States for a better future. The road was very difficult at the beginning because their first job ended up being in a dreadful field job where they had to work in the really hot sun, and to make matters worse, they had to take care of both of my sisters who couldn't take care of themselves. During this time, it was also hard because they couldn't provide good financial stability, so it was common for both my parents and my sisters to be going in and out of different houses looking for the right home. The good thing is that my parents still had enough money to survive and take good care of my sisters, which I appreciate since I have learned a lot from them too. So then my mother was pregnant off me, but more difficulties occurred. Their field job had to move, so they lost their field job and had to look for another one. This was a difficulty since none of them really spoke English pretty well. And after a few difficult months of barely surviving, my parents found a job at a local candy manufacturing company. And after that day, I felt that my parents finally started living the American dream. And then shortly afterwards, I was born. I was lucky enough to not have to suffer as much as my sisters and my parents did, because this new job helped my parents help us be financially stable. And after a few years, we finally got a new home, which is this one. And I would like to thank my parents, like everyone else, for nurturing me as I grew up and giving me everything I needed in life. But there are some special things I specifically am grateful for my parents. The first one being the opportunity they gave me. So they sacrificed their childhood dreams in order for me to chase mine. I also want to thank them for the unconditional support they gave me. So the first semester was at Chabot, I switched my major from an engineering major to a business major. And unlike many other families, my parents actually supported me, and that helped me through that stressful period of my life. The most important thing I feel like I gained from my parents is the value they taught me. They taught me that education is an important thing to survive in this country, and they also told me that the pursuit of happiness is more important than the pursuit for money. I'm not the only one that has been benefited from my amazing parents. Next, I'll briefly talk about other people that they have impacted. So one is a local church. So my parents and my family are really religious. So my parents help the local church in a variety of ways. They help by cleaning it every now and then, and they also help with yearly festivals by helping set up and by helping in booths. The other people is my sisters. So I feel just like me, both of my sisters are really grateful for everything my parents have done. Even though they are both married, they know that they can count on my parents for whenever they need money or whenever they need support. I feel that this helps us unite the whole family, and that even though we do have our arguments, my parents have helped us unite as a family as a whole. So when somebody asks me who my superhero is, I answer with my parents, Martha and Raoul. And still, some people might ask, how does that make them superheroes? Well, a superhero is defined as a person who is admired for courage and outstanding achievements. And my parents came into the United States with nothing with looking for a better future, taking care of 2 kids while working in the blistering fields, and still had enough time to educate all their children. A random person might not value this, but since I experienced it and saw how much my parents struggled every day, all I can do is be grateful for them. That is why my parents are my superheroes, because they gave everything up for me.